Well, hello neighbors. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. Yeah. So here's the thing. You might want to, in the future, whenever you get ready to, what are you doing? Hey, why? Whoa, calm down. I'm like, no. Stop it. Princess, stop it. Behavior. And then we're following. There we go. Okay, now you stop. And no, you're not attacking nothing. You are a passive. Okay, yeah, I know you didn't like that, but that's too bad. Holy moly, you got so much. We have to completely and totally get you some weight to you so you'll be able to handle the artifacts that we need, and we need to get you some health so that you're not dying in one shot. Yeah. Yeah. And then we're going to take this over here like that and yoink, heal you up. Heal you up, lady. All right. And you don't need hide on you. You don't need spoiled meat on you. You don't even need that much fish meat. Anyway, yeah, she, if you log out and she's on your shoulders, she will totally be floating in the air when you log out. And that's not a good look. It's just not a good look. Yeah, let's give you some more charge. There you go, buddy. Yeah. I like the bulldogs. They're cool. They come from Aberration, so you know. Also, we have a new mod. What the heck was it called? Poop something. Hold on. Nope, that's not. Okay, maybe we'll find it in here. Poop. Nope. What the heck mod was that? Silo? It was some kind of silo. Unless I didn't enable it. Which, if I didn't, I will happily go out and come back in and show it to you. So that you can see. Okay, it said 30. It would be available at level 30. And I'm not seeing it in my thing. We have a hatchery, but I don't see it in my I see a plant pot, but that's not what I'm looking for. All right, let's go back out. I'll do this. We're doing it live. Go in here. We'll go into this. Go into mod settings. We're gonna come all the way down here. Yeah, poop the plant. That's get mods. Hang on. Let's look and see. Yeah, poop the plant. What the heck is it called? What the heck is the thing called? Specific usage. Ingrams. Yep. And these power. Yep. But what is it called? Fertilizer forge? Okay, let's try that. Okay, so yep. Back in. Private match. Accept. Okay, so now let's see if I can't find the fertilizer forge. Yeah, get that up. See, she was in the air. See that? Nope, that's not it. Okay, there it is. That's a bulk fertilizer collector, or this right here, and it takes 30 electronics, 100 and a bunch of metal. So let's come over here. Let's get our electronics. Take it over here, but we've got to go and get some cementing paste because that's what it said it needed. We've got that, And then we won't even need the compost bin because we're so far ahead. So, fertilizer guy deal. Wow, that's a lot. That's pretty hefty. 275 metal ingots, 30 electronics, and 100 cementing paste. That's not cheap. That is not cheap at all. And it's powered. And it's a massive silo. It automates fertilizing crops. Yeah, that's why I got it. Okay, so, we won't need this guy at all. We won't need this guy. So we can just pick him up and get rid of him. We won't need him. So what I'm thinking is that down here by the beach, like right around in this area right here, this flat spot right here, we'll have our little greenhouse, right? We'll have a little greenhouse right there. That way we can just get water straight from there. The other thing is, our house, it's going to be large and in charge. So we need to, before we get too crazy with this, the dinos we can put in Pokeballs. However, storage of stuff and things. Storage is not something that can be put solely on a bunch of dinos, because once you pick them up, everything in the inventory gets dropped on the ground. So there's that. The cryo balls are cool, but they have a caveat to them where you, if you have a bunch of stuff on the dinos and you go to do it, you know, all their stuff that's in the inventory is gone. So right now we don't have that much junk. Right now we don't have a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, we've got a lot of stone, but we can, why can't they make more? Okay, whatever. Anyway, so we have a lot of stone from that. We have a lot of berries right now, but, you know, that's not that bad. And we have a lot of, this stuff, which that's not bad either. We can totally make all that stuff work. Let's see. We do have a lot of metal here, and we have a lot of obsidian here as well. However, we can remedy all of this by simply going in here. Of course, we need cementing paste in order to make, I think we need cementing paste in order to make this. Yeah, in order to make, the polymer. Organic polymer is completely different from polymer, although there used to be, in Evolve, there used to be, you could use organic polymer or polymer depending upon what you want. And if we're getting ready to go get an Ankylosaurus, we need to maybe think about, do we want to move our base place? We could go, while we're out looking for an Ankylosaurus, we can go out and maybe scout a spot for a nice flat spot for a base place. Because while this is a good place, don't get me wrong, this is a nice place. It's fairly flat. We can pretty much get anywhere that we want to get. However, I would like to move closer up here somewhere. Now it can be on this side, it can be on the sides of the island, right? Just as long as we're able to get inland to the middle, and we don't have to go very far to do so. One of my favorite spots is on the right side of the map here, right? I would like to be over here, and the reason for it is down here you've got Herbivore Island. It's got a lot of metal on it and things of that nature. And it's very little stuff that you got to worry about. Plus, a bunch of caves are on this side. Right up here. There's a bunch of caves on this side of the island. There's a couple over here, but mainly they're all here. Let's see. There's of course a cave over here and a cave here, and then there's one here and down here where we are. But yeah, they're mainly on this side. I don't think there's any caves over here on the left side. I could be wrong, unless they moved them, like I said. So I would like to be. I don't want to live in the swamp, because this is the swamp, and that's a no-no. We won't be doing that. I don't like the swamp. Yeah, I just don't. I have no use for it. And that's just the way it is. This is the Beaver Oasis. So I don't want to really go there. I would like to leave them in their natural habitat, because that way we can go steal all their goodies all the time. Oh boy. Okay. Boy, where to find it? Where to live? Of course, this here is Metal Mountain. I do believe this is Metal Mountain, and then right across from it is Giga Mountain. And so living here is dangerous because you got a Giga that will spawn up there. So that can be dangerous. However, everything is on this side. So I guess where we could live, let's go check a few areas and then we'll go looking for an Ankylosaurus today, okay? Okay, does that sound good to you? I know you don't care because you're not going out. Does that sound good to you? Yeah? All right, let's go. Where are we going? What? Do you even have meat on you, dude? You do. Okay, good. Wait a minute. You got levels too. You got 3 of them. I think we got you and then we didn't do really anything with you. We totally need to take you out and level you up, huh? Of course, you're not a level 150, but I never, ever get, well, that's not true. I can find level 150 Argentavises. But do I need one? No. They're good creatures to have, and I don't know why I don't see no dinos. I mean, I didn't reset it. I have the thing off where, you can reset the dinos on loading of your world. And I have that shut off, so, but I've got a lot of traveling to do. I don't really want to, yeah, I don't really want to have to take a full convoy trek across the island to get to the place I want to go. I would rather make 4 or 5 trips with a bird. Well, we've got 2 birds. So we could FedEx it over on the birds. And what I mean by FedEx is FedEx, the planes. Just as long as we don't end up like Tom Hanks and end up on some, oh my God, we're on a deserted island. No, sorry. That was bad. Big reach. But anyway, yeah, I want to, okay, this is the river we found Barry in, by the way. Let's see what's in this drop pod. I hear things being eaten. I think it's time to go. Team? That is an Alpha Raptor fighting a Carno. You guys can try, but you're never going to be able to kill my bird because he's in the air and you're on the ground. I have a height advantage. Get over yourselves. God dang, what level are you? Level 50? 150? No, you're level 135. Okay, where did the... Oh, there he is. Meganura, go away. See, it's kind of unfair, but you know what? I'm in the air, he's on the ground. If I was on the ground, he would absolutely destroy me. He was level 75 too. Pretty good. And that means I just got a whole bunch of levels. Yeah, 24 of them, oh baby. Take that up to 1100. That way we can kill things really quick. Take that to 25. Take the stamina up to 2 grand and we're Gucci. All right. Yeah. We're getting we just got a huge boost of air superiority right there. Speaking of which, we probably went up levels too. I don't want that. I want this. Assume that. Oh well, we only went up 2 levels. Let's see here. That's good. 250 is good on stamina. I think I'm gonna leave it at there. I'm thinking 66 with the way my gear is set up. I think that 66 will be fine on my fortitude right now. My oxygen, I would really like to have it up to around 400. I would really like to have it around 400. That way, in case we are like down in the depths of the ocean, and we're trying to get back up top, and we, you know, for whatever reason our oxygen tank runs out or whatever like that, we'll have that little extra air in us that we'll be able to get up to the top of the surface, you know. Because while as our good friend Sandra says, dying is just, you know, it's no big deal, don't worry about it. So yeah, but we'll look into getting, you know, we'll think about this for a minute, because you do have, if you die, okay, if you die, you do have to go back and get your corpse. And the corpse runs are never fun. Man, corpse runs, wow. That's a phrase. It takes you back. What do I mean by it takes you back? Well, there's a little game called EverQuest. I don't know if anybody's ever played it before. Anybody that, you know, that within the earshot of my voice right now has ever heard of or played that animal of a game. But it was one of the biggest MMOs ever. You know, before World of Warcraft came along and all that. Heck, even before one of my favorite games, Dark Age of Camelot, came out. Even anybody remember that one? But yeah, Dark Age, Camelot, EverQuest. EverQuest, I played that for years, and yeah, I think it's still around. It's just it's more free servers than it is an actual like full on like official servers. I don't think they have anything like that. This here area right here, this is a really nice flat zone. I like this. I've used it a couple of different times in my builds and stuff. Of course, the swamp is right there. Another place is right over here. I think it's right up on this hill. The Stonehenge area. I think it's still around. Unless they took it out of Ascended. Yeah, you guys can't see anything. Isn't that lovely? It's so lovely jubbly. There's Stonehenge. Yeah, right through here. Okay. So this is a good area. Okay. This is a good area to do. Now, granted, you've got Raptors, you've got Therizina, you've got Trudon, Season 3 Trudon, 4 Trudon down there on the ground. Yeah, dancing around. Yeah, they're a pain in the butt. But you've got all this area right through here, okay, that you can, what is that? Oh, that's a horse. That you can claim. However, right here in the center, this area right here, you can't demolish it. You can't get rid of it. It's a part of your base place. And so that's the downside of this area. While it's a good area, don't get me wrong. Oh, great. That raptor just employed all those little micro raptors. No. Bad. Bad. Don't know. Microraptor, bad. Don't like them. So anyway, yeah, that's a little place you guys can use if you would like to. Of course, most people that watch this, I would think would have foreknowledge of base locations or whatever that they would like to build in. But I'm speaking to those that have maybe, which I can't believe it, have maybe never seen Ark or played Ark before and are looking to maybe explore getting into it. Again, if you're looking at where we are, if I pull up the map, you see where we're at right now? Yeah, we're right here. Okay. That is, I think is that Giga Mountain or is that Giga Mountain? I can't remember. One of them's Giga and one of them's Metal. But in the in ASA, they did a bunch of junk with this new found clay blob that they did where they just plastered it everywhere to make it look like rock. And it got rid of a bunch of metal, and that's a lot of what people are upset about when it comes to ASA, that they took away the metal, a metal getting area from the game. See, that's what I'm talking about, this glob right here, you know? It serves no other purpose other than the fact of, you know, putting a bunch of junk on it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, over there, that's Carno Island. There's nothing over there but carnivores. Just trying to get a lay of the land, because right there is Beaver Village. We don't want to mess with Beaver Village. We like our beavers where they are. Again, that right there is a Stonehenge, where you can even see how it's a bunch of trees are cleared out from the artifact, which there's no artifact there, it's just Stonehenge. Artifact being the ruins. I mean, we could pretty much go anywhere we want to, but my base place that I build is usually pretty good, pretty big. We have a drop that's getting ready to come down that just came through the shielding of our of the great overlord in the sky. Yeah. What I would like to do is I would like to be close to the redwoods, not in the redwoods, but close to the redwoods, because on the other side of the redwoods over there in that general vicinity is another swamp, and in that general swamp area is a raya, the big insect bug thing. Yeah, and we don't play, we're not sci-fi alien junk around here, okay? We don't do the alien thing. We don't get impregnated. We don't impregnate creatures. Nothing like that. We're not, I mean, unless they're, you know, of their own species. We're not going to like have nothing doing any crazy stuff. I'm just not doing it. I'm sorry. It's unnatural and it's not right. Again, like I said before, I'll say it again. It's sci-fi. That's you know, it's not real. They're creatures, bugs. Bugs were big in the dino age, but they're not big enough that they would be able to take away a whole truck. So I'm not doing it. You guys can do it in your world and feel free to do so, but I won't. Besides, they serve no purpose other than the only purpose they serve is that they can carry T-Rexes. You can grab a T-Rex and carry it. Well, I don't need to do that because I have Pokeballs. So yeah, there you go. Pokeballs came out as a part of Genesis. And so they are in the game. Well, they're in the old game. They're not in this game. They're not supposed to be in this game, that is. But see what they did to Metal Mountain. There's a bunch of metal here. There's a bunch of obsidian and junk like that down in here, right? But at the same time, you can no longer not without some harsh riding and stuff like that. You can no longer just come up here with an ankylosaur and get the metal that you want. Now you have to carry the ankylosaur and hover it above the metal in order to get it, and that's not no way to be. But it is what it is, and I'm not getting that quarter no. Still thinking about a place to live. I guess what I could do is we could put it down on the highway. Down here. I'll show you. I'll show you the highway. It's about where that beam is. But that beam right there, while that land looks flat, it is not. It is slope. Big time slope. Like, yeah, it's got a big slope down it. We'll go check it out, see what's in it though. Of course, we're also in the middle of looking for an ankylosaurus as well. Shotgun shells, stimulant, gunpowder, and some kind of, and arrows. Okay, see the slope? Yeah, it's too slope. We want something as flat as we can get it. And over here, the highway, I like to call it the highway because the fact that there's a trail in it. And hello, Mr. Rex. What level are you? You're 10? What level are you? You're 30? You guys are not even mouse on a wheel, as Flipgator would say. Okay, this is the highway. See the road, see the trail that goes back and forth, the big trail that goes all the way from here all the way down this way and all that. Yeah, so that's why I call it the highway, because it's nice and flat and it's just got a big trail through it. There is, so right here would be a good spot, right in the center of the highway. It would be a good spot for be a good spot for uh-huh. Anyway, it would be a good spot for laying down our house right through here, right in this area. But you see all the stuff around here, right? Yeah, it's not pretty. It's not a pretty place to be messing with. There's another area just down here by the river that I might consider. We'll take a look at it. It's going to take a lot of clearing, of course. We'll have to, you know, clear out the woods and or the trees, and we'll have to clear out the stone and all that stuff. Well, that's another thing we need is a beaver. We need to get a casseroides to be able to get us some wood for building purposes, and we need to get a moose for making thatch. So yeah, like I said, utility dinos, right? It's an ongoing thing. It's an ever evolving thing. The quicker you get your utility dinos, the quicker you can get all the stuff and things that you need to be able to build up your base and start actually playing the game of breeding up your dinos, making sure that everything that you've got, all the levels that you're wanting, that thing. I know it seems like I'm just flying around aimlessly right now, but I promise you I am not. I am coming over here. Is over here. There's a spot. That was, I don't know if anymore, but it was relatively flat. Unless they changed it. It looks like they put a big... Did they just put a big glob of dirt in here for no other reason than to ruin a good flat base area? Come on, man. They did. Wow. Wow. No reason for it. No reason for it whatsoever. You take away foundations that can stack up on each other. Then you take the only flat areas that we've got to build. What are you doing, Ark? Come on, Ark devs. What are you doing? Quetzal. Sorry, I had a squirrel moment. But yeah, you take away the flat spots in which to build, you know, the nice open flat terrain. I mean, I get that, you know, hey, well, you know, terrain ain't meant to be flat. You people have bulldozers to flatten the terrain out, so you're gonna run into areas that aren't flat. Bullcrap. Have you been to Arizona? Yeah, Have you been to Montana? Have you been to Kansas? Okay, Montana is full of mountains, but it's also got very flat plains. So don't give me this that it's not meant to be flat junk. Well, people, I don't know where to put my base at. I want it right around in here, though. I really do. I would really like to have it around here. However, this is the swamp. This is a swamp area. You hear it? You hear it? Yeah, you hear it. Those crickets would be going non-stop, 24/7. And yeah, it would be a really bad thing. This is pretty flat. We could probably live here. Yeah, we could probably live here. Look at that. That's a nice flat area right here. Want to market? I mean, we don't need, like, you know, the Serengeti to be able to call home. So yeah, let's put a mark right here and we'll call it future home. Come on, don't get it. There you go. Okay. We'll call it home. We'll just say home. Okay, we'll just call it home, and that's where we're and that way we'll know, hey, this is where we're gonna go to build our base stuff and thing. Now, does that mean we're gonna tear stuff down? You betcha. Not all of it though. What I'll probably end up doing is building all the foundations in Junction Home. Okay, building all the everything, so that we can just come down and plant, boom, bam, 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 shut everything down, and then begin to build. So what I'm thinking is, we come up here, we got a little overlook. Okay, what I'm thinking is, from that little that cliff side right there, come all the way across here like that with some behemoth gates. That locks down anything from over there coming into here. Do the same thing, behemoth gates, boink, like that around this edge. Do the same thing here, boom, boink, like that, behemoth gates across here. Because you have right here, behemoth gate like that through this, so that nothing from that area here can get up into us. Then you've got this natural cliff face right here where they can't get up to us. Okay? They can't, like, climb up to us. Plus, right down in here, we've got a nice little river bed that we can use for water. Also, with that said, this right here is a nice hole. It just takes us straight down and lets us have water down there. Again, we'll be coming from that place to this ledge here with behemoth gates, and then right here across here like this, from right there all the way across to here to the edge of the thing right here, like right here, you know, to this cliff. So from this cliff here all the way across to that cliff face, we'll have behemoth gates. And this won't need it because it'll be completely open. And we'll have all this area in which to build stuff on. Now, does that mean the wild dinos will spawn in our area? You betcha. Does that mean that we will have to deal with those wild dinos? You betcha. Does that mean that we will have a dino on roaming to be able to deal with those said dinos that are coming into our area? You betcha. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get me, I think I'm gonna let our we don't have a raptor, but I think I might go and get a couple of kitty cats and put them on Wonder. You know, just put them on Wonder, and let them go free and let them do their thing and everything like that. I'm not gonna worry about mating or anything like that. I'll disable mating on them, but I think I'll just let them go free, and anything that spawns in here we'll be able to get. Plus, you got to think, I will have T-Rexes because we're going to be doing those. Plus, we're going to have Megatheriums as well. So let's go ahead, go home, and start crafting stuff and things that we need. We're going to need, I'm going to say, roughly 3 there, behemoth gates, roughly 4 across the other way, and 4 this, maybe 5 this way. Yeah, so we're gonna need 5. Of course, we could do fencing, but fencing, meh. Behemoth gates are cool. I can lock them. You know, and they're just easy. You know, place them down once and forget about them. So yeah. Plus, we'll have greenhouses and all that good stuff. Yeah, I think it'll be lovely jubbly. You know, it'll be a good little spot for us. And I could have put it here by Green Knob, but that's a swamp. We could have put it down here, but that's too slopey. Could have put it over there, but again, that's a swamp. And we don't play in the swamp. There's leeches. There's all kinds of growth stuff down in there. And it's not a fun place to be. And I refuse to go and play in that area. So yeah. Level 30 Wreck. Level 20 Bronto. One day. Cave Jar. One day. Happy Jara. Whatever it's called. One day I will hello T-Rex, just sneaking around in the woods. I seen you. You're only level 80 though. You see, we've also got this flat area right here. Of course, it's not as good as the other one because this has got a little bit of a slope to it. See how it goes downhill like that? Yeah. There's also another area we can look at. If you want, let's go look at that. I know, look, I wasted 45 minutes thinking about where we're gonna put stuff. I don't mean to, but at the same time, I'm trying to figure out the best place for my area base. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I want to live, where we want to stay and call home, because we're not moving again once we do this. Right now, I've just got a core building down below, and you know, it's good. This is a nice flat spot right here by Green Knob that we could use. It would take a lot more behemoth gates to keep things from spawning up here. We wouldn't have nearly as much room, and we would have no access to water. So let me land over here real quick. Well, yep, that's another thing we got to do is get a poop machine. Yeah, I know, you heard it. You heard correctly. I said poop machine. Poop machine. What's poop machine, Funky? Well, poop machine is that guy right there. See him? He's called a Phiomia. Now, the higher level you have him, the better off you are because the fact that they got more food to them. Okay? The higher their food points are, the better off you are with getting food. Because you can mass feed them, just chuck stem berries down their gullets for days, and they will just poop like crazy. It's almost insane how much poop comes out of them. But yeah, you can totally do that, and there's nothing wrong with it. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It happens. Everybody poops, but these guys just poop a lot. That's all. Let's see. We do have the crevasse, whatever you want to call it, through here, and then this area here would take a lot of clearing. It is relatively flat, but it would probably take more clearing than you particularly want to do. What are you? You've got little swirls around you. You're a white drop. Can't be nothing too special. And you're not anything special. And you can keep all of it. I don't want you. Wait, no. If I take you though, if I take everything, it counts as getting a supply drop. Oh, it's you that's making all that big noise. Dang dillos. Okay, there's a little spot right here. It's relatively semi-flat, that we could use. You know, there's Oasis. Can I find it? Can't even find Oasis? Or did they move that? Where is it? There was a little beach outcropping that's got a little overlook with a little like a little lagoon that you can get into. Oh, maybe is it here or is it up the beach more past the swamp? Let's go down here and I'm gonna take a look real quick. I know right now, like I say, I'm sorry I'm flying around a lot and it seems like we're not doing anything and we're not making progress, but I promise you we're making plenty of progress. This right here is another flat area we can get. But again, see where we're at? Yeah, it's not that far up the coast like I want to be. I'm gonna go back up this way. We got another 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna go up here real quick. We're gonna check on the lagoon, see if we can find that oasis area. If we can't, we'll just scrap it and we'll just go ahead and go down and make the stuff that we need and go to our new home. Okay? And then we'll just leave it there. Because we've been living in that one area for a while now. And while it's a good area, it's a good place. You can live there. You can make everything that you need to make. You can do everything that you need to do. But again, you are flying for such a long time across the whole of the island to get basic materials. And why live way out, you know, way at the end of everything where everything's nice and, you know, I mean, everything is nice and peaceful down there, sure. But again, we're having to travel so far to do everything. Now, what we could do is we could stay where we're at and we could totally stay where we're at and just use awesome teleporters to teleport to the various areas that we need to be able to get the basic materials that we're looking for. This is another very, 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 very good spot. It is completely, as you can see, it is completely flat through here. Of course, you're going to need to clear out a lot of trees. Oh my goodness. Look at all them trees. Yep, I'm still trying to get out of it. There you go. Yeah, see all the trees right there? Woo! Like a beaver summer vacation. Okay. Yeah, Oasis is down this way. Because right there's the end of the swamp. And then right here you've got another very, 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 very good place. It's a flat beach. You might have to deal with the odd croc. Why do I feel like I'm doing base locations of the island? Favorite base locations of the island. I'm not trying to do that kind of video at all. Maybe that's what I'll call it, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just, yeah, you know, you can get videos like that all the time. You can find them everywhere. They've been done to death. That's what I was talking about people who play single player games. When you personally have done everything to do, You got to worry about burnout. But when everybody on every big YouTuber or whatever has done everything to do on that single game, how can you do something new if everybody's seen it? It's a conundrum for me as a YouTuber, because of the fact that I try to keep things fresh, and that's the reason why I like to play different games all the time. And also why I don't play. What are you? Level 60. You look bigger and meaner than what you are. And I'm not seeing Oasis anywhere. Maybe it's around this corner, but still, that's way too far north, and I don't want to be there. Let's go look. Heck with it. We'll just go look. But yeah, I didn't see Oasis anywhere. Oh no, we're diving straight down to where that T-Rex is. That's beautiful. That's just lovely jubbly. Thank you. Come on, get some stamina. We don't want to be here. He's eating right now. We might get lucky. Alright, let's go. He was eating. We got lucky. I'm thinking Oasis might be over there. All Oasis is a flat beach area. And in the back of the area, there's a cliff face, like right here. And then there's a bunch of water. So, yeah, we're just going to sit here for a second. We're going to get our stamina back, and then we're going home. And we're just going to call it quits. And, we're going to call it quits, Bill. And we're going to start building behemoth gates. We're going to collect stone. We're going to collect wood. We're going to build behemoth gates, build walls, build foundation, whatnot like that. We'll build all those things up, and we'll bring it up, and we'll quarantine our base area. But I have one area designated, one center area in my base that's designated strictly for dino throughput. And then another area of my base, because if you leave your dinos outside, you're liable to come back and have them get attacked by some wild dino or something like that. And then you're going to feel bad if your wild dino or if your tame dino wasn't mean enough, and that bird is got brain worms. It's just flying into the footpath. But anyway, you're liable to come back and find out, oh, well, your dinos wasn't mean enough to be able to take care of said dino that was wild. And or an alpha spawned in your base or what have you and wiped out all your creatures. Well, with my base design, you can be a good art player too. No, but yeah, I like to have the base design that I try to get is I like a big enough area. Now T-Rexes, things like that, I won't make stables for. Big dinos I won't make stables for, but other dinos we will have stables so that we could just park them in there. You know, they're on a feeding trough, the whole 9 yards. We take them out when we need them, blah blah blah. But they have a roof over their head. They have a gate. They have walls around them, so that any dino that comes through won't be able to get through to them. Other than that stupid, what is it? That one dino that can break through stone. Yeah, that's a fantasy dino. It was a fan-made dino, and I don't agree with it. It's not a real dino. There was never any kind of archaeological dig or anything like that that suggests that that dino ever existed. Especially in not having the things that it has available to it. I get it. The art gods, well, not gods, but the developers, and I'm not talking about Wildcard, I'm talking about the art devs, the aliens that created the arts, did DNA splicing and genetic alteration to dinosaurs. I understand that that's what the premise is. However, they still had to use basic dino DNA. So yeah, I just some fantasy creatures I'm not really into. Like, I mean, the dragon, sure, whatever. You know, it is what it is. The wyverns, they're junk. I will never own one. I don't care. I will never have a wyvern ever. I don't like them. A wyvern is okay. How do I put this without like hurting anybody's feelings? To me, a wyvern is like having a chair that you really, really like. Okay? It's a chair that you really enjoy. However, somebody messed up. Okay? And no matter how much you try to like that chair's got two legs that are cut too short or cut at different lengths, and it's only got three legs to stand on, but it needs at least four legs to be a chair. So it is like a dragon that has lost its front legs. Okay? And he's no longer a dragon. He just Anyway, I don't like wyverns. I don't like them. Everybody says, "Oh, I'm gonna go out and get me a dragon egg today." Whenever they talk about wyverns, stop it. Just stop it. Wyvern is not a dragon, and will never be one. That's just like everybody with the Chinese serpents. They're serpents. They're not dragons. You can call them Chinese dragons all you want to. They are a serpent. They are a flat out serpent. They do not have wings. So a dragon they cannot be. I don't care if they've got 6 legs. You're a serpent. Get over yourself. You're not a dragon. Dragon has 4 legs and wings. Period. End of story. You can say, why are we arguing about fantasy creatures? Or why are we going on a tangent about fantasy creatures? You know what? There's been archaeological digs that suggest that dragons may have existed. Nobody really knows. So there you go. Anyway, that being said, now that you heard my weird thing, remember, you know the deal, guys. Do the thing. Like, comment, subscribe. Be good to each other. Be good neighbors. We'll come back and start building our base in the next one. Yeah. Be good to each other. Be good neighbors. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good day, everybody.